Hey guys, I am Jim with War Barn, flying solo today. I restore access vehicles and other equipment. What we're going to do here is take a look at the flak sight for the 37 millimeter. So let's dig in. So what I did here is I got a lot of this stuff taken apart. I got the base here taken apart, clean, and painted. What went inside here was the projecting lens right there. So that cleaned up pretty good. I took it off, as you can see here by my thumbnail, that it was pretty clean on the inside. Makes sense. The inside part was sealed, pretty much sealed, nice and clean. This bezel here was kind of rusty, so I just took an SOS pad and went around there. I don't think I need to take this apart any further. The glass looks good. I mean, I could get really anal, but could complicate matters. Like I said, if I take this apart, maybe I could drop the lens. I still need to clean a little bit. With that being said, you know what? I didn't even see that before. Now I'm taking a look. This camera's bringing out some of the imperfections. Looks like there's two lenses, one here and then one here. This wouldn't be that hard to take apart, so I'm going to revisit that. All right, with that being said, let's just keep going. Here I took this ground target sight, what would you call it, platform off right here, and I'm putting it back on. I just got to clean the screws on the side, and again, oh my God, this thing is pretty much overcomplicated. If you can see it, you can see an outline of a pin, and there's another pin on the right, and then there's two set screws, and then there's another, what do you want to call that? Threaded rod that you put a nut on. So there's 5 pieces, 5 fasteners to put this here ground target sight onto the base. So we got with a pin, a screw, and then another basically threaded shaft that you would put a nut on top of there. So wow, is that excessive? Why? The reasoning, the rhyme or reason, I'm not sure. So what else do I got here? I'm about to paint these. This is the rear. I believe this is the rear right here. Maybe I have it backwards. But with this dovetail here, let's see what we got. Where did it go? So there it is, the dovetail. Sorry about that. This dovetail, I was just going to paint it black and then maybe highlight it with white. But I think that might be a problem. If I paint it black and then try to get it white, it's going to be harder to do. So I think I'm going to prime these 2 pieces, that, and then the post sight up here, prime it, and then see if I need to tape off something, and maybe I'll get a little bit of an embellishment here. Who knows? Not that big of a deal to me. It's a little bit of an accent. Hey, if you're going to restore something that you could do a little bit better than it was before, why not? There we go. So the shaft goes together like so. This goes onto there like this, and there's actually another place where this bottom piece can come apart. To me, I thought that's not necessary, but I'm glad I cleaned this off because it looked like it was more pitted than I thought. I got inside there with a little bit of a wire wheel on the tip of a screwdriver, cleaning it as pretty much as I could. Took sandpaper, cleaned this off, and that's pretty much good to go. You can see here there's a little like set pin, so when you thread on the end here, the optics or the lighting mechanism, it clicks and stops and doesn't come out. So that'll thread onto there like that. So what we have here is the collimating lens. This will be on the bottom. The light will project through there onto the top. Here's a good view of the sight. Now, when I took this apart, I thought, well, I'm going to take this apart too, because there was a little bit of rust on the rim here. But I simply just turned this upside down, took a little bit of an SOS pad, cleaned those threads out, let it hang upside down when I cleaned it, and then I just got some Q-tips and cleaned it out. So with that being said, it was sealed for many years. I think it's okay. I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm going to paint this black. I'm going to put some masking tape over this. Will be okay. And notice that it's not actually fogged. It's supposed to be like that. I guess it's part of the collimating process, the diffusion process. I get a general idea how this works, but I am not an expert. This could come out. There is a real tiny little set screw. So tiny there. So, you know, why mess with this? There was some surface rust on this ring on the set ring on the inside, the machine ring, whatever you want to call that, and it could come out with some kind of a spanner wrench. But you know what? I took off the surface rust off of the inside thread. I'm just gonna put some tape over to squirt with some paint. I hope it'll be good for another 80 years. So with that being said, you know, these things I just feel obligated to, you know, keep them restored and keep them from degrading, rusting, falling apart, becoming dilapidated. I just feel like you know, we should do something to make these things better. It's been sitting there deteriorating. Now we're gonna make it better and restore it, and you know, have some fun with it. Here's the main lens I talked to you about. Now I'm second guessing. Maybe I should take that apart. Not that big of a deal. One of the quandaries I have is, hey, you know, oh my God, I'm taking apart all this stuff. Is this really necessary? You know what? Why not? I'm down to here. It's not that big of a deal. This really isn't that complicated. So I think I'm going to take a look at this later after I'm done with the film. Put it in a vise and see if I could tap this out. If I can tap it out, cool. If not, it's going to be okay. Like I said, this is nothing you're going to really look through. It's just projecting the crosshair. So if there's some imperfections, it might be okay. We'll take a look at that. Here is the cover housing. I didn't clean it yet because it's aluminum. I'm not sure if I should wire wheel that. It could get scratched up, or I might possibly just use some kind of paint remover. So I loosened this up, and I noticed that this might have been painted before. It looks as if this gray paint is over some red paint. So I think that'd be a nice feature. Even if it wasn't originally red, it's going to be red. I'm not going to take these screws apart. That's not necessary at this point. We'll see. I'm going to clean it up, and if they come out, perhaps. But it's not needed because this lens right here, once I replace that, will work fine. Here's that top cover sighting lighting thing, and this will go on top of there. This will go on top of there. Where are we at? Okay, like that. So the paint, pretty close. Close enough for government work, right? Okay, yeah, even that government back then, there was some anomalies. But anyway, different sources, different pigments from different locations, different times, etc. So here are some other things that I painted. These are just the glass holders, the lens holders. One is actually the lens holder, and one is actually the sunshade. So over here is one of the sunshades. There's the glass. Again, it is chipped, so you can see this is going to be covered up by this. Once it's cleaned up in place, it's going to look really good. I just got some more screws over here to clean inside there. What else we got? That's about it. So here's a little bit of an overview. Got the cover, got the lenses on the left, lens holder, projecting lens tube that fits into the two tubes that fit into the bottom of the base. And I wanted to point out that this base, there's an awful lot of machining involved with this. It's very complicated. There was no such thing as CNC. There was no such thing as, you know, automated production. This was probably hand cast, then machined. This part was cast, machined, put on there, and then finished, and then all the other pieces are on there. So let's take a look at this piece. This one here, when I repainted, did not look, and this is the primary sun shield, or the first one, was not painted red. I'm trying to think if I should go back and do it. I think I should. You know what? Snazz it up a little bit of creative license. It's not going to be in a concourse, concourse restoration contest, so I don't really care. But yeah, hey, that's what I'm going to do. We'll see how it turns out. If it doesn't turn out, the second one that I had, we'll just leave it alone. So yeah, so there we go, guys. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Just a small update. If you like what I'm doing, check out the links below. Comment. I appreciate any input at all. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.